Hey guys, how you doing? This is Justin from Trinity and welcome to another Dome Specialisation video in Surviving Mars. So today we're going to look at the Education Dome. It's something that I've been looking around online about, trying to understand what the best way is to do this and if it will actually work or not. Some people are reporting successes. I don't think of the word then. Others are reporting abject failures. So what I'm going to do is I've got a medium dome set up here and ready to go. And within this dome, we're going to look at purely nurseries, schools and universities. And the way we're going to do that is by getting people to migrate to this dome within a particular age. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll get a couple of nurseries in place. Put one there, and probably should have shift and done that. So, and another one there. So that's two nurseries. We will need a school, of course. Give that a bit of a rotate, put that one in there. And then ultimately I'd like a university again for the older kids. And that for the moment is going to be the basis of our education nursery type dome. So we have the school. We're going to put a couple of playgrounds in there as well, just to make sure that there is plenty of play space, like that. And then after that, we're going to look at some services as well that we'll need, because we're going to let some adults in here, but really it's going to be about the children. So if we can get kids and teens in and work it that way, I think that would be the perfect approach. In terms of dome services, we're obviously going to need some food. We're going to need an infirmary. What else are we going to need? So let's have a diner, because everyone wants to eat. And we'll also have a grocer in place as well. And from that, well, so let's just let that run for now. And we'll get this dome up and running with these parts. We'll check on the power and make sure that everything else is working as expected as well. And we'll also want to, I'm going to put an archaeology in here. Look at that. So we'll get some living quarters as well. Now as part of this, what we want to do in the actual dome is filter by traits. So we want age groups. So we want child, youth and adult. So we're going to let some adults in there, and we're going to apply that. Childs and youths. What are youths? We'll let this build up, because then what we're going to have to do is, once the dome's up and running, we're going to have to then go around all our other domes, which we have quite a few now. If you look at that little cityscape there, we've got 5 in a line already. We also have a shuttle hub up and running, which is good. Probably want some comfort buildings in actually as well. Let's just pause that for a second. No. Or some more comfort buildings, should I say. Dome spire, got the dome spires in there. So in terms of comforts, I think a large garden would be a nice option to have. What else can we have in here? Maybe a smart home complex might not be a bad idea as well. Let's get some more people in there. We've got the services. Maybe we'll have a small space bar. It's going to be worthy of having that set up or not, but we will certainly try it. Maybe an art store as well. There we go. We also have some spaces down here, I believe. So let's see if we can get some small gardens in place. I'm sure there's some space around here. tell you what, we can put them, certainly put them around there. We have the large area, we have a couple of playgrounds. Did we not have any space on these edges? Maybe we didn't. I can bob one in there as well. I think that's it in terms of the available space. Certainly looks that way. And once that's up and running, I'm not too bothered. We are having a meteor storm at the moment, but thankfully that's landing away from our base. Well, it's quite close down near the engineering domes that I created, but nothing to really worry about. So we've got some kids in school, which is good. They're already moving in, which is interesting given that we don't have anywhere for them to live. We're going to make the archaeology the priority in terms of construction. And what we're going to start doing here is in each dome, age group, I'm going to say no to children and no to youths. And apply. Next dome. Age group, no children, no youths, apply. And if there's a quicker way of doing this, can we do a shift? No children, no youths, apply. Don't think so. Next dome. Age group. Next dome. No children, no youths, apply. Apply. So we really want to try and get everyone over into our apply the changes. Children, youths, adult, that's what we want. Next dome. We actually want to apply it to all, don't we? Even though they don't have any at the moment. I think we've got them all covered. Apply. And we have them in there, which is perfect. Okay, what we're basically doing there is we are literally forcing migration into this dome. That is the main objective of what we're trying to do here. We just need to get some concrete in, that's fine. And the archaeology will be built. But yeah, the general idea is we get the kids over here. So we have children, we have students, schools already running. We have kids in the nurseries as well, which is excellent. This is going to become, this is just our education dome. And we'll have the Mars University set up as well. Here comes the archaeology. So we'll now get the adults living here as well. So we're going to allow people to move in. What's the overall comfort of the dome at the moment? Missing service building playing. Well, we've just got one come up now. There you go. There's a playground up and running. Another playground up. An infirmary is going to be built and ready to go. Okay, once we have people over here and working, really what we want to do is try and promote the we're going to upgrade the diners as well to put the service bots in there, and the grocers, service bots. And this is literally just promoting people into the university. People are going to get educated, and that's going to be great. That's going to allow us to actually get people trained. And in the training, what do we want to train? And what we can do is we can actually select different people. So auto seems like the best at the moment actually, because that's just going to train people up that will support our colony. Maybe another university won't be a bad idea actually already, since that one has filled up rather quickly. Another Martian university doesn't seem like a bad idea. And then when they get older, they'll leave the domes. Obviously with people leaving, it's going to leave us short in terms of availability of people, but that will change once the dome's up and running. The grocer, that is now up to service bots. We're going to get some smart complex living here as well. I think really that is an education dome set up and ready to go. It's very straightforward. It's really not that hard. Too far from working drone commander. How interesting. Is it literally on the edge of... It is. God damn. Okay. So with that in mind, we're going to have to build a drone hub. And we'll build it right there. Please make that the priority. Because once the drone hub is up and running, we're going to get larger coverage. Actually, I'd never expect. I thought once the dome itself would be in that area, that would be it. Job done. It's covered, and that's the main thing all sorted out. But obviously not. So really, that is it for the education dome. We have some spaces available, which is great. No problem at all. What's wrong with these people? They have a money sign over them. I'm not quite too sure what that is. But by kicking out all the children, we've actually produced a very good education dome. We've got parks, we've got a school up and running, we're getting people graduating already. They can then graduate to move on to university, and everybody's going to be happy. So interestingly enough, the small space bar doesn't cover the service bots upgrade, but the art store will, which is great. And now we've got service bots in place. We will also upgrade them to open up to do multiple shifts. There's no need for it to be closed. Upgrade to service bots. So yeah guys, it is a pretty short video as we are now obviously building quite quickly in our colony. As you can see on the map, we have now 3 domes down in this space. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 domes, so 11 domes in total. And that's it really for the education dome. The farming dome is producing a ridiculous amount of food for us. We set up like almost a miniature engineering dome over here to support the metals. And if you look down here now, some changes that I have made to the colony. When I did the engineering dome here, sorry, not the engineering dome, the mining dome, so for the rare metals and polymers, what I've actually done is that I've set up a sanatorium. The sanatorium basically helps people because as they work outside of domes. I don't know if there's an out of dome. Chronic condition, alcoholic, gambler, lazy, coward. So the sanatorium just helps people with the out of dome experience, because if they work outside of domes, then they are a risk to more of a mental breakdown. But yeah, I hope it's been a bit of a help for you. We also have our electronics dome over here, which is just creating obviously electronics for the electronics factory. How are we in terms of, we are actually full up in terms of space, so maybe what we'll do is while we're actually here is we shall put in another series of apartments. And I've also unlocked the hanging gardens dome specialisation, which will allow us, it just gives us so much comfort. People can visit and it looks very pretty. Thank you, autosave, just as I was about to scroll in. You see it's a nice little relaxation area over 5 tiers. Hello. The dude's laying down, chilling out. She's uncrossing and crossing her legs. Maybe you should go to the toilet, love. I'm not too sure. Oh yes, I'd also built the fusion reactor. And with the fusion reactor, that's allowing us to create a massive amounts of power. So power production, 787.7. And it's also storing a massive amount of power. I also put an atomic accumulator next to it as well. Again, just allows more power across the colony. And as you can see, we are producing a ton of power, and we have stored as well. And I think that's about it in terms of the colony changes. What I'd probably like to do eventually is get more people working. In fact, I'm going to bob a polymer factory down here. That will allow us to create more polymers, because I've started to unlock some of the wonders on the game, and I think I will continue playing this offline until I've got the wonders unlocked, and then come back with some short videos just on what wonders we actually... Tell you what, just let me concentrate on doing this first, because I'm obviously been a bit of an idiot. There we go. So yeah, I've unlocked some of the wonders already. I've got some in the research as well, and I think what I'll do is, once they're finished and the research is completed, I will actually start and produce wonders in the game, so you can see what they look like and how they actually give your colony such a boost. But yeah, look at that. So we've got our 3 domes here, we've got all the domes in the background. You actually see the light flashing on the ecology that we set up, and then the little drones flying backwards and forwards. This game never ever fails to take my breath away, and you've just got to love it for what it is. You really have. Oh, while we're here, let's have a look at Attention is Required. A famous rock band called Rockscape wishes to bring their music to Mars for a live performance. They will tour the different colonies on Mars and have got their own transportation covered. All Rockscape management needs is permission to play and prepare a dome for the event. I'm going to take that. The concert was awesome, everyone had a blast. It seems we hadn't properly estimated the noise levels, and that even our domes were not made enough to withstand. Effect: the concert caused several fractures in the superstructure of the hosting dome. I guess we didn't think this through. So whereabouts is the fracture on our dome? Can you tell us where, maybe? Anywhere that's actually going to tell us? No, but what I'm finding is actually now as well, I'm running out of people. Literally running out of people to come and work our domes for us. We're not producing enough immediately. People are migrating all over the place, which is fine. I have no issues with that, but we literally just need to bring more and more people into the dome area. How we're doing our education dome, now everything's up and running. A small space bar. Nursery's full. I've got 2 nurseries that are full, so we probably want to stick another nursery in there already. Which is great, because this is what we want our dome to do. How's the school looking? School's looking good. Maybe another school in place as well, just to make sure. Those are those full dome, full triangle ones? They are. And how are the universities looking as well? That diner has service bots, so that's all good. Marshall University, we can get more people in. How's this university looking? That one's full. We don't want people to really work overnight, do we? So in terms of how the dome is doing, so someone gambling, gaming, gambling and gaming should come under the same sort of thing. So another diner, another park it looks like, so another playground, we can do that. Another diner, which I'm actually quite amazed by, but looks like that's going to be a thing. Diner, can we get a diner in there? Another diner, and somebody's wanting gambling, which is not always great, but I'm happy to feed that need. I'm sure having a casino in there is fine, no problems at all. And yeah, so this is our... God, all the building's not working, it's just down to getting more people in. I think what I'll do offline is I'll also keep farming people over from Earth, and we'll work it that way. So anyway, yeah, I keep repeating this, but thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope it's been a useful video for you. Again, we are building this on a mature colony, so it's easier for me to build right now, but I just wanted to show you how really to set up the dome specialization. You could do it a different way, in a smaller dome. There may be a couple of nurseries, an apartment or a normal living complex, because you need to let the parents live with the children, and then just some service buildings as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.